Today, we are diving into the Scotch egg. Not from Scotland, actually named after the family with the last name Scott. They were from England, but not Scotland, so Scotch, not Scotland. We're going to need some eggs here. That was a little history lesson. I like older eggs. They do peel easier, and then we're just going to need some sausage. Anytime you like, you could use sweet, you could use hot. Water boiling on the side, and we're going to soft boil these. You can hard boil them. Some people like a hard boiled egg in their Scotch egg, but we are going to soft boil these. So bring your water up to a boil already. We're not putting these into cold water and bring it up. I'm going to use tongs. Just if you drop them in a little too hard and they crack, you're going to ruin your egg. It's not going to be nice and round and beautiful. So get them in there nice and slowly. And we're going to cook these for somewhere between 6 and 7 minutes, depending on the size egg you have. You know best if your egg is a small, medium, jumbo, whatever you have. Just cook it to the level you want, soft, hard-boiled, whatever you want. Mine are about 6.5 minutes. And then we're just going to cool them down. Run cold water over them, stop the cooking process. And just, you don't need to get these into a fridge or anything, but you just want them to stop cooking. Leave them off to the side with cold water on them. And now we're going to start to assemble the sausage layer. I like to use a little bit of cling film here. Just it helps me mat down the sausage. And we're also going to kind of wrap it Wellington style, which you'll see. That way we can keep it in the fridge. But if you have ground sausage, that's great. You don't need to do this step. But since I'm using sausage links, we're just going to take off the casing. You really can't use it with the casing on. And theoretically, I guess you can wrap your Scotch egg in any kind of ground meat. So mix and match whatever you like. But I'm going to now take this sausage, fold it over itself here with the cling film, and just try to get it kind of flat and uniform. You want to kind of make a nest here, so when you lay the egg in it, you can kind of just start wrapping around it. That's a real key process. Peel the egg at this point. I don't need to show you how to do that. But now we're going to lay it here into the middle. One very, very key step here. Wet your hands. Wet hands aren't going to stick to the meat. You're going to be able to pinch it and form it very nicely without just the meat sticking to yourself. Really important. Keep a little bowl to the side if they start to get too dry. Also, don't be afraid to remove sausage if you have too much. I very clearly have too much here. You could reattach it at any point. It will stick back to itself very easily, but I'm just pulling off the sausage that I don't need, continuing to just kind of pinch and smooth it out. If you have any pockets that are just bare egg, like I keep pulling them, then you got to add a little bit more. But when you're done, you're going to be a uniform coat like this, and that's perfect. The next step is just wrap it back up, put it into a little ball in the cling film, and I'm going to throw that into the fridge for maybe 30 minutes. If you have less time, you could throw it into your freezer for maybe 10 minutes. You just want to get it a little less malleable, so as you bread and fry this, it doesn't fall apart. But here we are. It's now nice and a little bit harder from being cooled down. And we're going to do a standard breading station here. We got your flour, you got egg, and we got panko and Italian-style breadcrumbs. I also added a little garlic powder and salt into that mix. But just bread this the way you would bread any other product, all 3 steps. Be fairly careful with it. You don't want to tear the sausage, but if you cooled it down enough properly, especially in the freezer, it'll hold its shape totally fine. And then here we are. You have it totally covered. You're ready to cook. This is just regular vegetable oil. We're at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we are going to cook this for 6 minutes. You will tell it'll get nice and golden brown, but you don't want to overcook the egg on the inside. It shouldn't really overcook because there is plenty of insulation here, but you also don't want to burn it. So keep moving it around. Don't let it sit in one place for too long. That will just give you kind of a flat spot and a burnt spot. But that's exactly what you're looking for right there. Very close to done. Just cook it for about 6 minutes. Keep it moving. If you see it burning, kind of adjust your heat. But after 6 minutes, you're left with this, an absolutely beautiful Scotch egg. You're definitely going to want to pull this out right at about the 6 minute mark and lay it onto some paper towels, which is what I'm going to do here. You could put it on a wire rack also if you need to, but I'm just going to let this cool down and drain any excess oil. Do that with anything you're cooking oil-wise. It's just a little healthier to just get the oil off. And I'm going to make a little sauce for the side. It's kind of like a Dijon aioli. We're going to mix equal parts mayo to equal parts Grey Poupon Dijon mustard. And then just for a little bit of fun, I'm going to mix this up, and then I'm also going to add a very tiny bit of Cajun seasoning. I don't know why I was inspired to just add a little Cajun into it. The sausage maybe kind of made me want to do it, but it did work out great. You could totally omit that, though. It's not necessary. But it's nice for this dish to have a little sauce. It helps with just the overall taste. The Scotch egg on itself is nice, but sauce is nice too. So now let's cut this open. You can cut it in half horizontally or vertically, whatever you prefer. Try to make sure your yolk doesn't stick your knife like that. That was a real bummer, but nothing I can do about it. And now we're going to try to get fancy and plate it all fancy. Doesn't really work. I wish I would have stopped right there, but I screwed it up and I dropped the Scotch egg onto it. So here we are fixing it. I didn't really know where to put the Scotch eggs, to be honest. I was going to go there. I went there. It looked a little too phallic, so we just kind of laid it like that. I don't know if that gets any points for plating, but I tried. The important thing, though, is how do these taste, and they're absolutely delicious. You can cook any variation of this you want in terms of hardness of the eggs, what you wrap around it, what you bread it with, what you season it with, but all in all, it's just egg wrapped in meat, and you can't really go wrong with that. Absolutely delicious. You see that yolk is still a little bit runny, but it's also holding its form, which is nice too. Probably was a little bit under before it went into there and got to that perfect point, but this was just absolutely delicious. This might be one of the best breakfast snacks you can have. I mean, these are definitely filling, they are delicious, and they're easy to make, so give them a try. Let me know what you think.